Yo, Devin, I really like Pokemon. I've got Detective Pikachu, Mystery Dungeon. I've got Diamond and Pearl. I've got this one, Sword and Shield. I've got the Pokemon Legends Arceus. I've got Pokemon Colosseum. I've got all the Pokemon. But it's not just the Pokemon games that I have on my hands, Devin. I've got all sorts of Pokemon, and I really love Pokemon. You know what I think? They should do a Pokemon series where there's like it's all new Pokemon. Like the Pokemon don't come until like the post game. Like all the like Pikachu and Squirtle, you can't get them until the post game. Like, is there a Pokemon game like that, or is it not so black and white, Devon?
I see what you did there. I'm gonna. So that was a great, Scott. I'm also going to just pause real quick. Well, not really pause, but you're not gonna be on screen for like half a second because I realized that like part of the bar below you is there, and it's really annoying me. All right. There we go. Now if we pull you back in, there we go. Now it looks even better. Yeah, we're doing Pokemon today, and I have my luxury ball that's like Arceus style because I love it, and it's actually my container for all my Switch games, which is cool. And
I
yeah,
didn't know that. I didn't know you
yeah,
can take my Switch games.
yeah, that's where all my Switch games are, and that's where all my cartridges are. I like
That's
Black
cool.
and White Generation 5 a lot, so I'm excited about today. We have our normal little ranks as usual here. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit because you can't get all the ranks in, and that's going to get even worse as time goes on.
Yeah, yeah. So we should establish not that anyone will notice this except for us, because no one watches Dennis Scotters. Um, I normally am in control of it, but we've had weird computer issues. So I'm actually recording on my phone, so I can barely see the things, and that was by choice. It was like, if it looks better on the video, it looks better on the video. I have the pictures of all the Pokemon next to me. I can look at it. So Devon will have to guide me like I'm a sweet old man. Like, oh, Devon, please tell me more about this Pokemon.
You can be my Aunt May.
Your Aunt May. I'm Peter Parker. I'm Peter Parker. I'm Peter Parker, Devon.
Uh huh. So first on our list is Victini. Uh, so I think they're all right. I would
I
say
do
that
have a,
they're.
I do have a question. I know I promised something. We'll go in and out, in and out. I promised that, but why is Victini first? I know
Oh,
this
I
is
don't
not the
actually know.
first on my
On this chart, it was though, and I don't know why.
It's first on my list as well on Cerebi. So I'm like, why is that? Maybe it was released before. Like you know how some
Yeah, I
appear
think
in.
technically Dex, like national Dex wise, it might be ahead of them. For
Yeah.
whatever reason. Like it's probably a Pokemon thing where they're like, we want to start it off with Victini because that'd be cool. But then in actual game, we'll say that the grass one was the first one.
um, I think.
I would say a friend. So I know I said I think they're all right, but I would say friend because of the fact that I think it's really funny that whoever has them on their team is supposed to never lose, as
Oh, I
the
didn't know
legend
that.
goes. Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So one thing is, this is where I really drop off like the mythical and legendaries. So I don't have much of an affinity towards it in terms of like its in-game purpose. Simply looking at the photo of it, I would say friend. I quite like them. They're cute.
Oh yeah. Bam. Uh
Now, Snivy reminds me of someone that we went to school with, and I don't think you know them, so I won't say who it is. But I think they're okay-ish. I'd be
I
willing to
would
put them
say
in the.
friend.
Okay, I'll do friend. I'll do friend.
I think
Um,
the metal evolution's really weird though. I'd say they're all right, probably.
yeah, I'd agree with that, and I would say that
I
about the
do
last one as
like.
well.
I
Oh,
actually
okay.
I like the last one because their name is Superior, and I think that's funny. So I would say best friend personally. It's also because it's the starter that I always chose from Black and White.
Yeah, he's just to me, he's just a grass snake.
Yeah,
I'd be willing to put them at friend because I was just
That
leaning to
works.
their all. Now I started with Tepig because I'm the fire guy. I quite like Tepig, but he is a pig, and like I don't
Yeah.
love him. I think he's just a
I'll say
friend.
that Tepig is probably the best of the line. I would say friends in that
Oh yeah,
regard.
yeah, yeah. It's all downhill from there. I would say he's a friend for me.
I'm good with friends for regular Tepig. I
Now
think this one's
pig like,
probably the worst, the mid
yeah,
stage.
I think you execute him. That's my opinion.
You know, I was about to argue that maybe ill, but you know what? I think he's fine. But well, I'm gonna say I want to push for him to be in dungeons instead because
Okay.
I think that there are definitely executes in this gen, and I feel that if we add just everybody to execute on site, it'll lessen how much I hate the other ones. So I really want to emphasize how much I want the other ones to be an execute on site.
That's really
Uh,
interesting because you said you really like this gen, so I'm like, oh,
I
like
do.
there might be some high highs and like really low lows.
There are some on
Um,
here that just absolutely need to be executed on site. And I don't know, like, as much as I dislike this guy, I don't know if he's one of them. Embor, I'll say that I don't know,
I quite like him
I'd say he's all
actually.
right. Yeah, I'm gonna say I wouldn't say he's bad, really. I don't really feel
Yeah,
strongly towards him, but I wouldn't say he's bad. I would say he's all right.
I think he's all right. My biggest issue is I wish he was a dark type. I feel like
Yeah,
Incineroar and him are flipped, but that's just me. Um, Oshawott, there's something about him that I should love, but I don't. For some reason.
I don't
Like
know.
I know he's not a.
I like his other two stages. I just don't care for him himself, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd be willing to put him at friend, but there's just something stopping him.
I kind of feel like he needs to be in there all right because I think the other two are better.
Okay, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I do. He's got the best line out of all of them.
Yeah, he definitely ages the best. I would actually say his other two stages I would put into friends though. Honestly, no, you know what? I'd go as far to say Samurott I would say is a best friend as well.
I would agree with that. I would agree.
Samurott's best friend, and you agree with this guy being a friend the mid stage?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think that
Okay.
works. I think that works. I'm looking at these next two, and these are.
So I think the first one is there all right. I do not like the one that comes after though.
Yeah, I feel like the first one's ooh, and the next one's dungeons. I
I'm
feel like
alright with that.
Watchog is a dungeon guy. Now, Lillipop, I think he's cute. I think he's the best friend.
I don't like this entire line to be honest with you. um I'd be willing to say the first one is all right. So we could
I
bump
like
that
the
up to
second one
From's
the best.
as okay.
The second one is like that is I'm looking at the list and seeing like is this where I do the save? Is it?
This could be your save.
I think it
I
might
think
actually.
I think since you said best friend and I said they're all right for the first stage, I think they would be friends. I do think it gets worse for me as time goes on. I mean, I've
Okay,
never been a fan of the mustache dogs in real life though either. Like I think they're kind
so,
of ugly.
so in for the first time in Devastator's tier list history, we're doing this so early. That second line, that's saved.
That's crazy actually.
Yeah.
Um how do you feel about the third one? Because I actually think that's probably
I
the
hate it.
worst.
I hate that third one.
You
Kill it.
know? Yeah, let's execute that guy. Let's get it
Kill
started.
it.
I
Oh,
like this one. I don't remember its name off the top of my head, but I do like it. Delcatty, right? No.
no.
That's something else.
Purloin.
Purloin. I like
Purloin.
Purloin actually. I would say you know what? Purple Cat. I would go as far, you know, I don't know if I'd say best friend. They'd be a friend though. I like them. I like their design. I don't like their second design. I don't like their evolution. I mean,
So
you hate cats, so it makes
I know
sense.
that's right. I'm like, this one is so cat-like.
I
That
mean,
I'm
it
like,
is just a cat, yeah.
I'm okay with the second one. The first one, this model I'm looking at, that's execute on site for me.
Okay. Would you be willing to settle? I guess ill would be the center, so that's fine. I don't really like purple and yellow color combinations. I think that's a really bad design thing, typically. Um,
I prefer this one.
I would say ill for
Um,
this one personally.
I actually go to there all right, believe it or not. Which you can move it to and have it close to your side.
I'm
This,
just
yeah,
I think that this makes more sense to me because if we're saying the first stage, which I think is the better stage, is ill, I'd feel more comfortable having that one at ill as
yeah,
well.
do what you want. Um, Now the monkeys. Honestly, I feel like my opinion is the same. I like. Well, I don't like them. Pansage, I think he's okay.
So
He's
the
like the one
first
that is like,
green
oh,
monkey,
first green. They're all right.
uh-huh. I don't like any of their. Well, I like the blue
Yeah.
evolved one.
I don't like any of them. They would all actually end up being executed on site for me.
I'm good with putting those two there. What about first stage blue and red?
uh,
I
you know,
really
I don't
don't.
know
I
what
feel
you.
nothing about them, so I really would just put them in there all right as well.
To me, the green one is. I'd almost actually be willing to say they're a friend, and that the other two is they're all right. But if you're not thinking that, then I would just put them all and they're all right.
How do you feel about the red and blue being an ew so that they're a step below green monkey?
I'm okay with that. Um,
Because I do think the
yeah,
green monkey looks the best.
that's what I think. Is like if we were just doing like a
Now
tier list of those,
I am gonna push for second stage water monkey though, because I do think he's a chill guy and I would put him as a friend personally.
interesting. That's still an execute on site for me, but um,
So ew. Hmm.
yeah.
I mean it's better than the other two, I suppose. Um I like the little pink elephant thing. I'm gonna say best friend for the first stage.
Hmm. I like it. Let me just do a quick look at a picture of it. No, not a town in India.
Have you
Hmm,
considered that if you put it into Dream Ball, it's very aesthetically pleasing?
I just don't like how like squished it looks.
I like little ball-like creatures, so I'm all about
Well,
it.
you do like your
My little
what's that
round
thing?
guys.
Your squishmallows? Is that what it's called? Squish
Uh, I mean, they're
the
all
owl
right.
one. Yeah, it reminds me of that. And I have one of those somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Anyway, my point is, I think to me they are just all right. I could go to friend.
I think the first one would be a friend, and if you're saying they're all right,
Yeah, if you're
uh,
saying best friend and I'm saying they're all right, then that would be
yeah.
friend.
And
The
this
other one,
guy, I think they're all
like,
right.
I think they're an ooh-ish.
That's fine. I don't really feel too strongly about that one. I like the little pigeon. I'd say that he's a friend because he looks like he has no brain.
I think he's all right. That wasn't they're all right. It was like me just thinking, no, maybe it is a they're all right.
That's fine.
uh,
Um, I think that the other two are worse. So I'd
I feel like
probably.
these are uninspired. I feel like that's what this becomes.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think they're as bad as you, where I'm like I'm offended by looking at them, but I don't think that they would be a friend either. So I think both of these would be all right.
yeah, I think so too.
Uh,
Now, I'd be very curious to know what you think about Blitzel,
I think the
because I
first
like.
stage of Zebra is bad, but second stage Zebra is good.
Really, I think their biggest issue is they look too similar. I think they look like friend and friend. Honestly, they're just too similar for me. But I'm like, yeah, they're both friends.
I'll put the first stage in all right, and the second stage in friend.
Yeah, I'll be curious to know. Like, once we get a bit more time, I do want to know about that. It's like, oh, I wonder what it is about the design. Um,
Well, I'm not a big fan of like babies and stuff like that. So that one's just kind of the baby version of the cool one.
I
So
suppose. See, I look at it the other way around, where I'm like, oh, the other one is just more of it. Um, so yeah, I get that. We're just looking at it from two different angles.
yeah.
Uh, Now,
Uh
I have to say, I have a soft spot for this one because of Sturdy. Because Gen 5 was just the right, like, it was the part in my time of Pokemon where I wasn't making full teams. It was the last game I did that for where I was like, why am I not getting a team of six? Why am I just focusing on two? But this was great in the double battles in that game. Because I was like, it survived the hit, it took the hit with Sturdy.
I'm
So I
generally a
do.
fan of this entire line. I think they're all pretty cool. I like the red and blue motif they kind of have later on. I think the small little guy, there's not really much to say except for he looks kind of funny because he's got no arms and just two legs. Uh,
I would say he's your best friend simply because of the story I shared. Like for me,
mhm.
that's why he's best friend.
I'm good with putting
Um,
him at friends.
I
Um,
don't really like the other two that much. I feel like
I think the mid stage is not great. I would say ill for mid stage.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I would say back up to friends with the last guy. I'd be friends with that rock guy. Because I
I
think
can
about
say
it in
that.
like terms of like, you got all the rock variants as time goes on, nose pass and the Geodude line and stuff like that. I think this guy's generally pretty cool.
I'll settle for that. Just so you know, I would have said like, oh yeah, they're all right.
Yeah,
But I can settle for friend. Now I know I always joke about being like the Zubat fan.
I'm not a fan of these guys.
I don't like these guys.
I liked this guy the first stage better when I thought that was his eyeball, but then I realized it's just his nose, and I don't like that as much anymore. So
Yeah,
I would say
I
ew for both of these guys. Actually, I'd
I'd
say ew for the first guy, and then I would
I
say
mean,
dungeons for the second guy.
yeah, exactly. Now, I don't know where you'll go with this next one. I could see you either loving or hating it.
I don't care for these two guys. I think this
Really,
one's
I don't really.
worse, and I think the
Yeah,
second one's a little better, but
I quite like Excadrill. That would have been a best friend for me. Um, Drillbur is a bit goofy. I'll give you that. Um,
I would
I
say
I would
the
say Drillbur is like a borderline ooh, actually, but gets lifted up because I like Excadrill a lot. So I would say ooh for him, and Excadrill for me is a best friend, but I know it won't get there, so it'll probably end up being like a they're all right, we're friends.
I feel like considering who we have in friends, we have a really solid lineup. I would want to put him more in there, all right.
Hmm. Fair enough.
Okay. I love this little thing. I would say best friends personally for it.
Oh, see, this is an interesting gen because there's a lot of like, oh, I don't know. I do not like this one. I
I know
like
you
that
don't.
they are.
We've talked about this in the past.
We actually, I don't remember that.
I'm trying to look because this
Uh,
actually could be a save for me because I'm trying to think about what's later in the list. Like genuinely,
uh,
this is probably one of my top five from this generation because I actually really like this one. There's just so many good ones in this generation, actually. But I think that generally will be more aligned in other places. So if you're
yeah.
saying what would your rank be? Because I should ask that before I do
Um,
anything else.
yeah, that's a good point. I don't hate them. They're not an ooh. I would have maybe just said they're all right. I think. Let me look at it again. Yeah, they're all right. That's where I would
Mm.
leave it.
I'm good with, since I said best friends and you said they're all right, that would bring middle ground up to friends, and I'm all right with them
Yeah.
being a friend. What do you think about Mega Audino? Because I feel exactly the same way.
Uh. Oh, that's not even on my list. Let me do a quick look.
I think it's
I
actually the only Mega on here, so it's funny
I
that
was
it's
going to
there.
say I didn't even know it had a mega. Ew. I don't like this one bit. This is like you're on a list. I I'm actually willing to say dungeons actually for this. I don't like it.
So you'll say dungeons, I say best friend. They're all right is the mid ground, and I think that's all right. Because I'm not a huge fan of megas in general. I
Yeah.
want this entire line to be executed on site. I hate these guys with all of my
Ew.
heart. These guys are what I was thinking about specifically when I spared the midline of Embor from execute on site because I was like, I need people to know how much I hate this line of Pokemon specifically. I hate them with a
These
passion.
so not to lose the point of the video, for me, there is a mystery dungeon game that I used to not like, and then I came around on it, and it's the first one on the 3DS, and it's it had a lot of these Pokemon in it, and there is a really great section about Timber and Gerda. Really like it's probably the best writing in the game, maybe even the best writing in Mystery Dungeon if you really wanted to bring it into the argument. I will defend Timber. He is a friend for me. He's a best friend actually. The others they get by on like some mystery dungeon cool points, but that's not enough. I would agree, like they look ugly as sin. Timber is a best friend, but I know you're like I want to kill that. I'll kill that
Mhm.
guy. I think he's cute. I think he's mature enough, but he doesn't
I'd be
seem to
willing
really.
to put him in they're all right for a mid ground since there's not a the real middle ground would be ill or they're all right. I'd be willing to put him in they're all right.
Yeah. And then for Gerda, and I think Gerda is the worst of the two. I don't like the head. Um.
This guy.
Oh,
I don't know what their
Gerda is the
names are.
second. Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate them. I hate them so much.
Gerda is the next one on your list. So that one that you're hovering on.
I would have
So that
actually
I
said
would
he's the
say,
better one because this one that's not hair on his head. That is a growth.
I don't know what that is.
You don't see it there. It's a growth on his head there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the lumps on the one that you just took. Well, the first one on your list.
I think the one that looks a
Gerda.
bit more like a clown is fine because it does look a bit more like a clown, I guess. I hate that this one just has a an egg shaped growth on the back of its head.
Hmm. I don't know. I like the slabs that he has. Um. I mean, for me, it's Gerda is execute on site. No dungeons, and then Concorder is a bit of an ooh, but I would still use them on a team if I was given the chance.
I can't
Uh,
I can't overstate how much I hate these guys. I was willing to bring Timber up a bit because you seem to have a soft spot for him.
yeah.
But since that you're saying like this guy's execute on site, we agreed on that. And then this guy you said more maybe dungeons for, but I still say execute on site. I want to pull down to execute on site since we raised this one up.
So I don't know what you said there because I cut out. So I don't know what happened there, but I trust your judgment.
Okay. All right. How do you feel about this little tadpole thing? I think they're all right.
I actually quite like the little tad. He's the only good one in this line. I'd actually willing to say they're a best friend.
All right. Um, that's fine. They're not offensive, so I'm fine with them being a friend. Uh,
Palpitoad is they're all right.
this one,
Size, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I would actually go
No,
further to say
actually, I
ew.
changed my mind. I think the model makes it look okay, but I remember what that sprite looks like, and I'm actually putting them at ooh.
Yeah, I'm good with that. This guy's an execute on sight though. Like I
Oh
hate this
yeah,
guy.
glad we agree. Glad we agree. Right, what do you think about Throw?
I think that Sock and Throw are a gay couple and that they're a pretty chill gay couple. So I'd say they're all right.
Now I can't say the thing I was going to say about them because now it just seemed like I'm
Well,
homophobic.
They're Bert and Ernie, but Kung Fu masters.
Oh yeah. Still, I was going to say, I think like the blue one's good. He's like all right, but Throw don't really like him that much. But you know what? They're all right. They're all right.
I think this line's actually pretty good. This next one, I like all of them.
I um,
I would say friends for all of them.
I I actually would be willing to say for the last one, best friends. But if you're saying friends, then it'd be friends. Um,
It's funny we have like nobody in best friends so far
I know
except for
that's
one.
what I've been noticing. Um, I You know what? I'd be willing to say friends for the top two as well. But I do think Livani, if it wasn't a bug type, I know like the whole point is it's a bug type, but like if it didn't have that typing and bug wasn't as inherently bad, um, I would have. I actually really like to use it, and maybe I will. Maybe next time I play Black and White, I'll find a way to use it.
So with this next line,
Um,
I think the first one is an ill, and the other two I would actually say are friends. I think they're kind of cool looking.
you know what? I'd be willing to say Whirlipede, the middle one, is a best friend. I really like that design.
I'd,
And I think the other one's a friend.
I'd be willing to add that one to the top. So you think the other two are friends, and then
Oh no, no, I think Venipede. That's an ooh. I agree with you, but I think
yeah,
it's Scholipede. Um, now wait, these next two.
the,
This one's spicy.
these are both best friends for me.
I'm glad you agree because one is basically called Windsor Scott. That's my name.
I like Whimsicott a lot. I actually would say these next two are best friends as well.
I think best friend and then friend. I I I want to make a distinction between like I think Lilligant is cool, but not as cool as Petal.
Okay, well, if you're doing that, I'd like to change my answer because I actually think that Lilligant is cooler than Petal, so I actually would be the opposite. So they could both be friends by our ranking.
Oh, that's such a shame. poor, poor
I think
Lilligant.
they're a package deal. I think you either are all in or all out. I was willing to be all in, but if you're not all in, then we're all out.
Basculin,
I think
they're
they're all
all
right.
right.
Yeah, they're all right.
I think that my biggest issue is just how many you fight in that game. It's like the standard, like, oh, yep, here we go, Basculin fight.
I kind of like this
Um,
whole line of the crocodiles as well. I think the
you
red
don't like
ones.
me?
I said I do like them.
Oh, okay. I was like, you don't like. I was like, this changes everything for me. Oh no.
I
I
think
like them.
I think
They're all
all
best friends
I would
for
say they're
me.
all friends. I
Okay,
think the
yeah,
red one's a little worse, but like not enough that I think that they'd have to be all right.
yeah.
I like both these guys as well.
I, I don't know if I do.
They'd both be
I,
friends for me.
I think they're a bit of an ooh for me. I think the model doesn't help it.
Have you
Yeah,
considered that the snow variant gives him a big afro in the second form?
no, unfortunately it is an ooh.
right? That puts them into their all right, which is fine. This is just their stone form. I'm just gonna put it with the rest of them because that's not even a playable Pokemon. I'm pretty sure. Um, I don't know. This thing's a friend, I would say. This weird little
Yeah,
cactus
I
thing.
think they're all right. I think they're all right.
You think they're all right, or do you think they're a friend? Because
Oh,
I,
yeah. Sorry, friend.
all right,
My
okay.
criticism of being like, yeah, we should downplay this.
Uh, I think this little crab's all right.
Uh, yeah, I wouldn't like it in real life, is the thing.
I don't like the big one that has a Minecraft block put on its back, though. I'd say ew for that one.
Yeah, that would be quite horrifying to see in real life.
Uh, I think I don't really like the orange one as much, but I think the little yellow one's all right. So I'd say all
Yeah,
right for this guy, and then ew for this guy if you feel similar.
yeah, I do. Which is surprising to me because I do actually like using them. It's this is one of these funny things when you do tier lists like this. You're like, oh my, I didn't notice how many Pokemon I just like. I like to use, but I don't like to look at. I guess you don't really look at them most of the time. You're looking at like the back of them. Um, I think this one's really cool.
I
This
hate
next
this
one.
one. I hate
Oh
this
really?
one. I think that I just look at the design and I'm like, I don't understand what's happening here. Like to a point where I actually would say execute on site because I don't like
Really?
looking at it. I
Yeah.
but if you like it, I also could maybe
I
not hate it as much and say dungeons on my side.
but this is one of those things where like the names of the tier list. Well, I have to think about this. Like, what does it mean? Like, would I want to be friends with this? Probably not. Do I think it's cool to look at? Yes. Um. Hmm. I'd be willing to. I think it should be close to you. You feel quite strongly about this, so I'm willing to put a they're all right, considering that, which brings it to like a dungeons. I think.
Okay. We can put it in ew. I don't know if it has to necessarily be a dungeons. I like these guys because they're ghost Pokemon. I
I
like your
like the
mask
spirit
batter.
ones. Uh, yeah, I think these are quite cool actually. They've never done a Pokemon like this. Um, I,
I don't know if I'd go as far to say best friend though, unfortunately, as much as I love my ghost type Pokemon.
I mean, I wouldn't for me only because I'm like I wouldn't trust a ghost to be my best friend. But I think they're cool. I like
That's like
them.
all it
I
does.
don't really- What's the correlation between the two? And like, I know they obviously evolve into each other, but why is one a mask and then the other
Well,
turns into
the
a
mask
sarcophagus?
one carries around it's supposed to be its like former face so that people will remember who it is. And the tomb is kind of like a just bigger like this now you're not just seeing my face. Now you have like my entire coffin basically around with you.
Right. And true, I suppose in like Egyptian times, um, that sort of coffin, what was it? The sarcophagus. That's not the right word. Whatever it is.
No,
Um,
sarcophagus was right.
oh, okay. Uh, that thing that was meant to represent the pharaohs. So I suppose by that logic, like, remember my mask, and I was like, remember my entire body. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I like them. I would say friends because of how cool they are.
Yeah, let's throw them into friends.
I'd be asking them a lot of questions about their culture. I'd be like, so tell me about it. And they're like, we don't have to do this, Scott. I'm like, yeah, we do.
I'd say the turtles are friends. I like the turtles.
I, they're all right.
Yeah.
They're all right.
I don't like these
Uh,
guys. I'd say dungeons for both. Well, yeah, no, I'd say
I like the
dungeons for
second
both
one.
of them.
I like the second one more. I think the first one looks very funny. He looks like the guy from The Lion King. I would say they're all right for the first one, and then you know what? Second one's a friend. I quite like him.
Okay, so I said dungeons for both of them. So the first one is ew. And you said they're all right for the second one? Or you said friends for the second one?
Friend.
Okay. And then you can say they're all right. So the trash Pokemon, execute on sight for both of them.
I'm thinking. First one is more of an ooh. Second one, I'm with you.
Right. Everybody likes these Pokemon, but I think they're all right. These two here.
Oh, okay. The first one is a best friend for me. The second one is a furry. I feel like we actually did see this at the furry convention.
It's very
Am I
possible.
wrong? I I think we did. We certainly saw a Pokemon there. So yeah, first one, best friend for me. That probably puts it at friend. Second one, borderline criminal, actually. Let's
So
say, ooh.
okay. I think this thing's all right, and what it evolves into is an execute on sight.
Oh no! Oh my god! Can I? Oh, I remembered what I was going to say. Can you remind me what I put as my save? I can't change it, but like, what
Yeah,
I
I
put
haven't
the.
used my saved yet, so
I know. I was looking for me like I knew I had used it, but like, what did I use it on, and do I regret it? Um, I I don't regret. I think honestly they're both best friends for me. I like the second one even more. It is so cuddly. But yeah, they're just teddy bears. I think the first one is like you're missing something. It's like really it should only have been one level. There shouldn't have been like a two form one for it. But it exists. So I would say the first one is they're alright. Maybe like a yeah. If it was on its own it'd be fine, but they're alright. And for the other one it's the best friend, but that brings it to like they're alright. But they're so cute. It just makes you want to do I want to grab a teddy? Do I have a teddy close by? I do have a teddy close by. I just want to hold a teddy now.
so this next line, I would say all of them are best friends for me. Well, except for the baby one. I don't like the baby one. I think it's uncomfortable
Okay,
looking at it.
let,
The
let's deal
baby
with that
the
one first.
that
Yeah,
that that one I would actually say honestly I would actually say ew for the very first one because actually it's kind of uncomfortable that
I
it's a baby. I don't like that.
I feel very uncomfortable about that one. That is a only because it's a baby. It's an no, it's not an excuse. That's bad. That's the opposite. It's a dungeon. It's a put it in the dungeons. We don't execute babies. We don't do that. Um, honestly, Devin, I'm like it's one of these ones. I'm like when you look at the faces, I'm like, oh, I don't know about the face. Uh,
You just don't like half eyes is the thing.
is that true?
Yeah. It's been how you've judged every other Pokemon that has a half eye. You just immediately say, I hate the eyes on that one.
Really? Let me see.
Think about it.
No, because I liked Zora or Zora, however you pronounce it. That was a half eye.
Oh, that one? See, but that's the thing. I don't understand because that's the same type of eye though, and that you just say that I don't like that. I don't get that.
Uh,
Because that's that same kind of eye, that right there, is what you hated about what's it called? Hisui and Typhlosion. You hated that exact type of eye.
I think it just works better here.
I think you're just inconsistent with your standards.
I I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Well, you're the
Some
one.
things
I'm just saying. You said the eyes specifically is what you don't like about it.
yeah, but I mean it's like yeah, I think it works here, and I don't think it works there. I think that's a larger discussion. Like okay, yeah, what is there about this one specifically? Like maybe it's the eyes in combination with like another thing.
Yeah,
Um, I rarely think things are just black and white for me like that. Not to do the pun again. I find that sometimes like, oh yeah, this works. Like, look at I think you should leave, which is such a random example. Like on paper, if you were to look at that humor, you'd be like, Scott wouldn't like this. Because I
not
don't.
to cut you off, but what is your rankings on these two?
Um, I
Just
would have
because
said,
we still have a decent amount of Pokemon left.
yeah. I would have said, I feel comfortable looking at them. Uh, ooh, 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 ooh.
Okay. Well, given that the two options are like there's not a good midpoint between friends and they're
Do
all
it close
right.
to yours then. You're quite passionate about it, so do it close
Yeah.
to yours.
Um, let me consider if one should be saved here. Because I think we're getting to the point now where I keep holding on to my save, and I don't know if someone's going to be saved if I keep doing this. So I'm actually going to save the final Evo and then put the other one in friends. All right. I don't know. I think the first two are all right. I hate the third one. And this next line.
Yeah, I again, this is another one where I'm like, I have loved using it, but actually looking at it, um, yeah, I would say they're all right. They're all right. Honestly, they're all right for me. I do like the line. I think it's quite cool. Um, but like actually looking at it, I'm like I probably would have friends if you just made a slime.
I don't really care about these ducks so much. I don't like the blue duck at all. I would say dungeons. But the second one, I think they're all right.
I think again, this is another. They're both just all right. One of the things I think about this gen, as cool as it is that like, oh yeah, they did like a whole new set, is a lot of them just sort of feel like they exist. Um,
I think baby ice cream is kind of fun. So I'll say all right. But the other two, I would say dungeon or ex. I'd say dungeon and then execute. No, 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 no. Execute, then dungeon.
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Baby deer is baby deer. I'd say it is all right.
Oh, I quite like that. I think it's a friend. I think the other one is they're all right.
Okay.
Again, it runs to the problem of like this is just Stantler.
Uh, Pachirisu here, I think, is another
A Mulga.
Pikachu clone. You know what it is. And I am gonna say execute on sight because I hate Pikachu clones for the most part.
I quite like him. I think he's cool. I think despite its weak stats, it makes up for it with its unique type. Um, yeah, I quite like it. I think it's the best friend.
Okay, that means all right. Um, this thing I don't really have any strong feelings on, so I'll say is all right.
I don't really like it. Is it's more of an ooh for me.
Okay.
I don't have any strong
I
feelings
think
with the
this
next
one's
one.
yeah, I would say this one's new for me. If you have no strong feelings,
I
then
would say yeah, it'd end up being like a they're all right, so you can move it to ooh.
uh Fungus, I think, is all right. Amoongus, because of the name, is a friend.
Oh, I don't like that one at all. Um, I think the first one is cute enough. Be willing to say friend. I do like the gimmick of like, oh, we're hiding and like we're Pokeballs. Only actually works from a player perspective, which I think is funny. Like no one in the world is like, oh, that looks like a Pokeball. But yeah, I don't like the other one. I think the other one's Execute.
Okay. I don't really care for the jellyfish, to be honest with you. I'd put them both in dungeons. If the blue one was here, I would say they're all right because it has a little mustache, and I think that's funny.
I think they remind me of a character from a game that I like. So I don't have time to look this up. I know it looks different as a girl, maybe. So maybe that would change my opinion. Let's say.
I think this is the girl one. Pink one's here.
Oh yeah. For me, it's the blue. That's why. I'm going to say they are an ooh, and that they're all right in that order.
Okay. I don't
This
really
next
like this
one,
pink fish. I'm gonna say
yeah,
ew.
I think it's even worse than that. I think it's Execute.
Well, yeah, because it has half eyes. Let's put it in dungeons because that's
I
the whole
don't
point.
actually think it does. I think that's its eyelash. If you actually like zoom in on that, it's not eyelash. It's what eyeshadow. That's it. I don't actually think it does. And looking ahead, I think
Well,
there'll be an exception to your theory. I think it needs to be workshopped a bit in a second because
well,
it's not going
it's
to
just
work out.
whenever you bring up the eyes, it happens to be half eyes. Because
Yeah.
you sometimes you only ever bring up the eyes in certain situations. You're like, I hate that one's eyes, and then almost every time you've said I hate that one's eyes, it happens to be half eyes.
Someone in the comments make a compilation of all the times I've said something about the eyes. That people will do it. People will do it.
I think you'll be surprised, Scott.
People will
Okay.
do it.
So I like the little one. I think the little one's kind of cute. I'd say best friend for the little one. The second one, I think it's all right. I don't really feel strongly about him.
Yeah, I would say best friend, and I would say they're all right. Yeah, yeah. For some reason, I was like feeling really strongly about it. Like, no, it's cool. Like, no, I actually looked at it. Like, I don't know. I wonder if that was a cool moment in the game.
I don't really like either of these next two guys. I'm gonna say ew on both of them.
Believe it or not, I was about to say, I quite like them. I like them. I think they're a friend. Friend for both.
Okay, so that puts them both in there, all right.
Notice the half eye.
Yeah. I will say this is an unfortunate tier list from us because of the fact that we're so like differing opinions. I guess we have just complete opposite stances on this gen.
I would, I think it's interesting because I would actually say, I don't know the statistics behind this. I need to actually pay attention, but I feel like there's a lot for me that are just all right, and that's both ways. It is changing it.
Well,
I don't have a particularly strong opinion about a lot of these. So it's like, yeah, they're all right. They're all right. Whereas you're like, I don't know, they're a best
well,
friend or like they're an
you didn't like the
execute.
Gothitelle line very much. You did really like the Timber line, which I hated.
Well, I
You
didn't. I
also
like the first one. I like the first one. The
you
others,
also like the Stoutland Lillipup line, which I did not like. Is there another one that I like? Oh, I was a huge fan of Lilligant, but you didn't really like Lilligant all that much.
no,
Uh,
again, I wanted to clarify that because even in the moment I said no, they're a friend. I just think the first one's the best friend. Um, it wasn't the case
yeah.
where I didn't like it. It was a case where I was like, yeah, I just prefer the other one. Um,
So I hate all three of the Gear Boys. I think they're all execute on sight.
so again, I'm like, this is one for me. It's just they're all right. I don't have a particular opinion on them. So yeah, neutral Scott wins again.
I have no feelings on small white fish.
Yeah, they're all right. They did no harm.
I
They haven't
don't
hurt
like
anyone.
these guys. They are an ew for me.
I think one is a dungeons and the next one is an execute. Now these
Uh,
guys.
I hate both of these guys. I think they both should be executed on sight.
See, like, not to go back to the conversation. I feel like
Well, I
I
think
feel
that,
like
to be fair, you also hated Audino as well. Well, you didn't like
yeah.
Audino's.
I'm not saying I'm not without it, but I'm just like for a lot of these, I do just think you know what they're all right. They are all right for me. I'm like they exist. These are Pokemon that I don't really see much anymore.
Is that how you
Um,
feel about these two?
yeah, they're all right.
All
But
right.
these next ones, they're all best friends.
Yeah,
The next
no, all three of these guys are best friends. I think we're in
yeah,
agreement
yes,
there.
yes. And you know what? The next one, best friend. The third evolution, Haxorus, also best friend. The one in the middle is the awkward teen phase. I would say borderline, they're alright.
I see. I kind of like the second stage better than the first stage. We're in agreement in Haxorus. He made it into the best friends. We differ though on these two because I think the
I
black eyes with the red iris is cooler. Where this guy just kind of looks like a Walmart version of Larvitar.
I don't see it like that. I see a difference, and I see what you were saying that, but for me, I'm just like, oh, he's just a cute little like dinosaur guy, and I think about in again that Pokemon Gates to the Infinity, I think it's called, the Mystery Dungeon game. You can have him as a partner, like that's so cool. Like you can have like a dragon type as a partner Pokemon.
So I
Um,
would say this guy is a friend, and this guy is all right, personally.
which would bring him to friend because I said best friend for him.
Hmm. And what did
Cool,
you
cool,
say
cool,
for this guy?
cool. I feel like he is actually. I can't remember if I said ooh. I think I said ooh. If I
Mm,
didn't, I apologize to the audience, and they
I
can call
hate
me.
I hate this guy with the snot running out of his nose. I think
Yeah,
he's an execute on sight.
he shouldn't have that. He would look so much better without that.
I think this guy is just kind of an ew. Like, it's not great.
Ah, he's a.
Actually, now that I'm staring at his giant thing of pubes, I kind of think he's a dungeon.
I think they were all right. I think his sprite looks better than the model I'm looking at, but
I kind of like Triagonal. Not enough to say a friend, but enough to say they're all right.
yeah, they're all right for me.
I don't like either of these guys. I think they're lame. I want them dead. Execute on
I
sight. Well,
I
no.
think
Let's say dungeon. Let me not just execute anyone who I think is just kind of lame.
I think they are ooh and they're all right respectively.
Uh, Um, yeah, that feels fine.
Done a
Um,
bit again. It's
execute on sight. Get rid of that guy. I hate him.
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Um,
These two are all right.
I think this one's the best friend for me. I quite like him actually.
That's a friend. And then you said what about this one?
They're all right. They're all right.
I don't like this guy at all. He looks like a Digimon. Execute on sight.
That's not the reason I don't like him. I just he looks a bit too jaggy for me. Um, I would say, ooh,
Eh, both of these guys are obviously best friends for me, being my favorite Pokemon of all time, and then his pre-evolved form, which I still like quite a bit.
so in a previous video you said, Scott, I swear if you like even joke about not putting them in best friends, it will have serious damage to our friendship. And I think that would be really funny. And I thought about doing it, the joke. Like, I don't know. I feel like the derivative. I've seen the design before. No, they are cool. They have always been cool. Um, my only issue with Golo because I don't like the plaster on his chest. But regardless, best friends. Love them both. Think they're great. Will remind me of my friend Devon.
Thank you. I'll actually like both of these guys as well. I'd say both of these guys are best friends as well.
I think the first one is just a friend, but the other is a best friend. I like them. Um, this next one, I'm like derivative. We've done this before.
Yeah, I think they're all right. I mean, they're not enough that they're offensive to me, but I wouldn't say they're good either.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think so as well.
Um,
I
I kind of like the Arceus version of the second form when he becomes a psychic type, but I don't know. These guys I kind of feel nothing about.
again, yeah. For me, it's like the second one is they're all right, and the other one feels worse than that, but not ooh. So I think it's just the both of they're all right. Um, this one you're looking at right now reminds me of someone I'm working with right now, one of the interns.
I think the egg one is kind of funny, and I would say that they're all right. I don't
I think
like the
they're
second one because the second one is an ew for me.
uh, I think they're both ooze. Now this next one you're about to do reminds me of Charlie from the Smiling Friends.
Every time I look at this one, I say execute on sight because I don't like this guy.
uh, I think he's not great, is he? I can't even defend it.
No, he's
Yeah,
kind of
there's
just
just
gross looking.
I'm saying dungeons. I know we have a rule we don't really go back. The green monkey second evolution, the one that is in execute on sight.
Hmm.
I'm leaning towards dungeons for that.
Yeah, we're gonna keep him where he's at.
Okay.
Those monkeys they're so bad.
I feel like he's the better of the three, and I do want to call attention to that. But if you don't agree, then that's fine.
I think those monkeys were a big mistake as a whole. I just happen to think that that one's hairstyle reminds me of me when I had longer hair and Zach and like his hairstyle. And I'm like, I think that's kind of like our friends. But you know what our friends don't have? A giant, funky, weird pompadour.
I mean, I do.
You don't have pompadour, you have curly hair.
Mine goes up. You've described it as a whatever you keep saying.
I have never said you have a pompadour. You know who has pompadours? Clive from Scarlet and Violet.
uh,
And like Elvis impersonators and like Johnny Bravo and like I would not describe what you have as pompadour. You have bangs. Kind of got like some bangs up in the front. I would not describe you
oh,
as a pompadour though.
well, monkey, I tried. I tried, monkey. What about this ants?
I want to
Yeah.
say something funny because I've seen jokes around it before, but truthfully, I don't really feel anything towards it. I'd say I think it is kind of metallic, which is kind of cool, but not enough to be an actual friend. And sometimes I don't even know if they're all right. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards ill.
I think they're all right for me. I feel nothing. Again, it's a common sentiment for this. Is I
I
feel
like this
nothing to
whole
them.
line of little dragon guys. I would say,
Uh,
I'd say honestly, all three of them are best friends for me. I'd be best friends with all of them.
I think hmm, it's that middle one. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think it's honestly, I think it's they're all right. ooh, and friend.
Okay,
I'll think about that.
so
This next
friend.
one's always interesting to me. That we're about to do because like it's treated like it's a legendary, but you can just find the baby form.
I think the
I,
baby form is they're all right. I really love the second one, and I actually like. I would say the second one is the best friend.
I think the first form, ooh, second form is like. I like it. I've always been curious about it. Like, why can you get like the baby everywhere? Um, I'd be willing to say friend, friend, friend. Right now, these are the ones I'm like, I don't even know these guys. Like, I know
I
them, but I don't know them.
I think this guy is an ill. I think this one's an ill. I think this one's slightly cooler than the rest, so he's all right. The legendaries as a whole is not great in this gen, in my opinion.
I, I think for the green one, it is ultimately just feeling like they're all right. And for the others, I would agree they're an O.
So you're saying all right and ill for the other two. I'm saying all right for this guy and then ill for the other
Oh,
two. Do we want to say that these two are all right and then just blue is ill? Or do we want to put all three of them
yeah,
in
yeah.
ill?
Let's just do that. Let's just do that.
Okay.
And I don't care for the clouds.
I hate
I
these
see there's a lot.
guys. I want them all executed on site.
Yeah, I agree. I do think it's funny. The one in Legends Arceus has this like hands on hip pose, and it always reminds me of Sigmar.
White Dragon's coolest dragon, in my opinion. I'd say White Dragon is a best friend.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. I like Zekrom as well.
I would say they are just a friend. I don't like Black Dragon as much.
I will say in Castleton when the game was coming out, they had these big blow up things, and the tail would light up, and I just remember how cool that was. And because I don't really remember the hype behind Black and White, and that's what I always remember when I think of that. So that to me is still a best friend. Um,
I actually really like the Dragon Shell one. I would say best friend for that one as well.
I don't really care for this. I feel like this is where I'm like really losing it with Pokemon. Like, where did you come from? Like, who are you? I think they are just. I will settle for ooh.
Okay, so given I said best friend and you say ew, we
I think
kind
that's
of
close to friend then.
yeah, and I say we've kind of put them closer to friends when we say best friend in that regard. I don't really have any thoughts on the fusions, so maybe we could just skip those.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to do
Yeah,
that.
I think little sword horse is a little sword horse, and they're all right.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Looks a bit weird.
I actually
Honestly, a
really
lot of
like.
this game feels like fake Pokemon to me.
I
Now I'm looking at a
actually,
lot of them.
I really like Meloetta. I would actually say Meloetta is a best friend.
I have an interesting thought about Meloetta, but it's I can tell you after. Um, I think you'll be intrigued by it though. I think they're alright. I don't have much of an affinity towards them. Put them at friend. Put them at friend. Now,
Genesect,
Genesis, I
I
think
think,
is so cool.
I think he's a friend. I wouldn't say he's a best friend.
I think he's a best friend for me. I think he's even though I don't have any personal affinity towards him, I'm like, but they're cool, they're cool. Um,
All right,
yeah. Yeah.
that's the list there.
Did you use your save at all?
I did. I used it on got to tell because you were gonna say they were bad. Well, you weren't even saying bad. You were more just saying all right. You didn't
I
like
think
that line.
for that one, I was leaning more towards like, I don't know if I like these. But I've used them before. I'm like, yeah, this is fine Pokemon. It's a fine Pokemon. I did not care for the Garf line of Pokemon.
I can't believe how much we disagreed on there. It made so many of them end up in the middle.
Yeah, I think honestly, it's me just being like a middle. Like they're all right. I'll be very curious to know how the later gens go for me because I'm like, I've played the games, I've enjoyed those games, but I'm like, it just isn't quite the same, isn't quite the same. But if you've enjoyed the Devis Scottus tier list, then you play Pokemon, play Pokemon Colosseum, play Pokemon Sword and Shield, play Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Maybe not this version. Maybe you should actually play the originals somehow. Maybe you should emulate those. But you should play Legends Arceus. Certainly, that's the better game from that period of time. And then you should also play Pokemon Ranger. No, this isn't Pokemon Ranger. This is
All
Pokemon
right,
Mystery
that's
Dungeon.
enough